Hi friends, it's Becky, and I just got my May bargain bead box in the mail. And so let's go ahead and get it open. We'll take a look at the beads. We'll get them sorted into my favorite 15 grid organizers that I love to put my bead boxes into. And we'll just have some fun playing with these beads. I may get some ideas while I'm unboxing because that happens quite often. But let's look at the theme. I've got it folded because on the other side of this, there's a 30% off coupon that's for subscribers. And so I'm just going to be reading this first part. Get ready for sunsets in paradise with a warm palette of red, pink, orange, and yellow. So it's a very, very warm colored bead box. The focal pieces this month are styled as links for versatile design opportunities. That's fantastic. Quartz and agate beads show a variety of colors and cuts, including faceted cubes, English cut rounds, I love English cuts, and gorgeous gems mixed with colorful crystals, cold finish findings for a collection inspired by summer's vivid trending hues. So I can tell already, because the bag is pink, that we are definitely going to have some pinks in here. And this guy, look at them. That is very bright pink. Looks like we've got 4 of these. Now I'm not going to be reading down the list. I'm just going to be picking up bags and reading the information from them because they are labeled like this very, very nicely. And if you're not familiar with the bargain bead box, it is one of the most popular bead subscriptions out there. It's always very thoughtfully curated. It is one of the most best value for money boxes that you can get because you get all of this for like less than $30. And in the United States of America, the shipping is free. I'll put a link in the description to where you can subscribe to that if you'd like to. But I think it's just a really, really great value. Again, just lots of beads. They're always very well curated, and it's high quality beads too, like gemstones and check glass and some really interesting and unique findings. So let's get this out and start looking through our stuff. So let me put our findings and things. Save that for last. And let's just start with some of our bigger beads. All right. Let's do our strung beads first. I'm going to start with this. It is the 10mm quartz rounds in crimson. It is 7-inch strand. And these are, it says crimson, but it is a very pink color. Here, let me grab my my little ladybug dish so you can see where that is and you know, compare it with that red from the ladybug. So it's almost like a strawberry red color. Like, not necessarily pink, but like kind of that when real red turns light colored kind of pink. I'm just going to see if this will fit in a single section because these are the largest beads, but it's not the longest strand that we have. Because this is one of my ones that I've used previously, and then I sorted them out into a different container so I could reuse my container. It's missing this little division right there. Usually I put those down so that I can put larger beads or larger focals in there. And it looks like it is going to need the 2 sections, so I'm just going to shift all of those over there and put that back in there like that. So we've got that put away. All right, the next largest are these 8mm crackle agate round beads, and this is a 14.5-inch strand. These are smaller beads, so they may all fit in one section. So it's like reds, but also pinks. Lots and lots of different varieties and colors of red and pink in this. And this is probably also going to need 2 sections, if I'm going to be real honest, just because there are enough beads to justify that. Now we've got some 7 to 8 millimeter Malaysian jade. These are the English cut beads. And Malaysian jade is dyed quartz, and it's a great way to get some gemstone beads at kind of a lower price. And this is also like a very strawberry kind of a pink. I love this. I am very happy with these colors. They make me happy. Like, it's not magenta-y. It's like what happens when you've got kind of a red, but then you back off on the color a little bit so that you get pink. That strawberry color. I love it. Snip that. And this one is definitely on the pink side. This is magenta-y, and it is 6 millimeter quartz with a faceted cube. Yep, magenta, beads in magenta. So these are cube shaped. Oh my goodness. That is beautiful. I love the sparkle. It's not just cubed, it's faceted cubes. Oh, those are so beautiful. Love them. All right, and then some of our other strands. We're heading more into the yellow and orange side of things. We've got some 6 millimeter carnelian rounds. There's 14 inches of this. So we've got some warm orangey colors, some lighter yellow colors. That's the opposite end. So we've got like kind of our middle of the road colors, and then we've got our cooler colors, and then we've got our warmer ones over here. And these orange bicones. I'm not so sure about those orange bicones that we're going to look at in just a minute. I keep seeing them out of the corner of my eye. Because, you know, there are some oranges that I sort of love, like the orange that comes with this carnelian. I love this orange. But this really bright orange, this tangerine color, it's not my favorite. That's okay, because you know what? There's a ton of other things in this box that I do love. But yeah, so we've got a 4 millimeter crystal faceted bicone, this tangerine. This would be a fantastic color to pair with some black for some, what is it called? Some Halloween things. It is a really, really orange color. It's very orange. With these, I'm not feeling it with these. That's just me. I'm just going to leave it on that strand, and probably it's going to stay right here until I sort it into some of my other things. But I may be sorting it into my Halloween beads, because I've got a ton of Halloween beads after this month when I go to sort these back into my stash. But I'm loving this red. I'm loving this red. I love these. I'm always a fan of carnelian, and this pink is just 100% gorgeous. And you know what? You don't have to love everything that you get in one of these boxes. All right. Let's get the rest of our strands, and it looks like we've got some 8 millimeter crystal faceted octagon beads. They're an opaque red AB. I am sort of a little bit in love with these because they're like magenta-y, but also this orangey color. This is an interesting finish. My least favorite stringing material here, this very, very fine wire. I always poke myself with it, so I try to be very careful when I'm unstringing these with this wire. The wire. It's my nemesis. And I know a lot of you feel the same way about this wire, and I got it unwound just now so I can pull these off. And I'm very excited about that. Go me. This is such an interesting color. I love it because like one side is this like magenta-y color and then the other side is this like warm orangey yellow color. It's really cool looking. I gotta get this guy off of here. Okay, now the other way. You know what? I'm gonna cut it and just be really, really careful so I don't poke myself because it hurts like a mofo. There we go. Boop. All right. This is super cool. Look at the shape of these beads. These are like triangle beads. Crystal faceted triangle beads in sunshine. I love this color of yellow. It is such a, it's a perfect name for it. The sunshine. Perfect name for this color of yellow. Look at it. Look at it. You know what? I think I want more of these. This is not enough triangle beads. We're going to do some fun things with this one, I think. Like, we've got so many cool bead shapes to play with in this box, guys. We have cubes, we've got circles, we've got, is it an octagon? Yes, octagons. We've got triangles. And like this triangle is so cool because it's like actually like a pyramid in its shape. Those are going to be really cool. All right, so let's get our focals and links and things open. There are these enameled flower charms. They're crimson is the color. But I think when we were looking at them, they were looking a little more pink than crimson. But I love them. Look how pretty those are. I love how there's that definition in the paint or on that enamel. I'm going to stick them right in there. And then we've got some mountain dyed jade. Or mountain jade, it's dyed dolomite. It's brass and faceted link, but it doesn't have a color for this. So I'm going to say these are, it's not quite magenta, but it's not like a really, really warm red either. I think it's a very neutral kind of a red. More of a maroon. All right, so let's put these links in here. And then we've got a crackle quartz brass and wire wrapped link in citrine. So we've got more of our warm yellows, and we've got a herringbone wrap on this. I'm probably gonna cut off this herringbone wrap and maybe redo it because it's a little on the messy side. Which, like, I'm not great at herringbone wraps, but I think I could actually do a better job. If I'm real honest, I'm just trying to flatten this out a little bit so that they get more separation because they're very bent on each other. Okay. Yeah. That looks a little bit better. I'm going to stick that in here with this one because it's another link. Actually, I've got 1, 2, 3 lots left. Then we've got crackle agate brass faceted nugget link. This is a 40mm link, and these are ones that everybody's going to get like different colors of. This one's kind of clear. It's just got a little rosy glow over on the corner there. So it's a little more towards the carnelian side of these things and a little less towards the pink side for this. So I think this would look really good with these carnelian beads in a necklace. I think that that would look great together with them. Whereas these ones would probably look really fantastic with these crackle agates. Right. All right. Okay, so now we've got our findings and etceteras. These are oval ring links. So they are just no hole. They're solid all the way through. We have a whole bunch of them. You know what would be so much fun? To do like a beaded chain and use some of these as little links in the chain and these as some of the other ones. That would be really, really good looking, I think. Let's stick them right there. Then we've got some chain. This is brass oval jewelry chain, 1 meter of it. It's like paper clip chain. Stick that one right there. And then we've got some spacers. These are faceted rondelle spacer beads. And you can see it's got little facets on the edges. Let's stick them right there. And I'm going to put these bead caps in the same space as the spacers. They are just regular bead caps, 5 millimeter. And there you can see both sides of the bead caps a little bit closer. Actually, maybe yeah, we'll go ahead and put them in there. Because they are different enough that I can pull out one or the other if I need them. And then we've got some closures. These are brass lobster claws. And there are 2 of them. And it looks like it comes with a little jump ring on the attachment. I like to make sure that lobster claws work before I use them instead of after. And I'm going to go ahead and stick these in here with the charms just so that they are easy to see, because the charms don't take up as much room as some of my other beads. So here we have the Tropical Heat bargain bead box. I'm going to put a link in the description to where you can go and get some of the bargain bead box. It is one of my favorite subscriptions, and it's well worth it in my opinion. And I'll put a link to that. There's a coupon code that you can use to get $2 off your first month if you wanted to subscribe. And again, you get 30% off their sister store, the Beadbox Bargains, which is a really fantastic site to get some really good beads for not a lot of money. And the 30% coupon just makes it even more worth it. They started doing these things called bundles over on the Beadbox Bargain site, where they take some of their beads and they put them together if they look like they'll go together. Which, if you like a curated box but you don't like the surprise, like for this, I didn't know what was going to be in it before I did it. That's why I subscribe. I love surprises, but not everybody does. So if you wanted to check it out and see if they've got any bundles, you'll see everything that comes in that bundle before you purchase it. So it's a really great way to get a curated box of beads that you can design with without being surprised, without having to run that risk of, oh no, what if I get orange beads? So I'm not mad about these orange beads. They're not my favorite, but everything else is really gorgeous and wonderful, and I'm going to be creating with those. Anyway, I hope y'all are having a wonderful, wonderful week, and I will talk to you later.